Okay, Mr. Chamatna, you can start then.
Hi everyone. Today I came to here to talk about should plastic be banned. Plastic bags are a major case of environment pollution. Plastic as a substance is non-biodegradable, and thus plastic bags remain in the environment for hundreds of years and pollution emissions. It has become very essential to ban plastic bags before they ruin our planet completely. Many countries around the globe have either put a ban on plastic bags or levy tax on it. However, the problem hasn't been solved completely because implementation of these measures hasn't become as successful. Problems caused by plastic bags are here are some examples for that. A non-biodegradable. Plastic bags are non-biodegradable. Thus, disposal of the plastic bag is the biggest challenge of us and destruction of the environment. They are destroying nature due to their harmful toxins chemicals. Plastic bags have become the main case of land pollution today. The plastic bags entered into water bodies are a major case of water pollution also. Hence, we can conclude that they are destroying our environment in every possible way, harmful for animals and marine creatures. Animals and marine creatures unknowingly consume plastic particles along with their food. Research shows that waste plastic bags have been a major reason for ultimately animal deaths. And next one is the case of illnesses in humans. The productions of plastic bag release toxins chemicals. These are the main case of seriously illnesses. The polluted environment is a major reason for various diseases which are spreading easily in human beings. And next one is for strapping and drain and sweat, especially during the rains. This can result in flood-like situation and disrupt the normal life of people. Reasons for ban plastic bag are there are numerous reasons why the governments of various countries has come up with strict measures to limit the use of plastic bags. Some of these are include. First one is waste plastic bags are polluting the land and water immensely. Second one is the plastic bag have become a threat to life of animals and living of the earth. Third one is the chemical released by the waste plastic bag enter the soil and make it infertile. Fourth one is plastic bag are having a negative impact on human health. My last one is the plastic bag lead to the drainage problem. Although the India government also has imposed a ban on usage of plastic bag in many states, but people are still carrying this bag and shopkeepers stop providing plastic bag for few days only the beginning. It is the time when we all must contribute our bit to make this bank success. Thus, we can educate a lot of society must take in our responsibility to stop using plastic bags. In this way, we can support to the government in this campaign. Thank you for giving this previous chance to me. Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Okay. Others too, when you are ready, you can let me know and start to speak about anything that you like. Okay, Tarad, you can start. Then Chamata, you can after that. Tarad, you can start that.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Today I am going to talk about the economy of Sri Lanka, the stats of a country or region in terms of production and goods and service for the economy. The economy of a country can also be described as the main factor that determine its future. The economy is doing well and its inhabitants are eager reaping the benefits, and the economic downturn is causing various problems. Although 73 years have passed since the liberation of Sri Lanka from colonial rule in 1948, Sri Lanka is still a developing country compared to other countries in the region. countries like Bangladesh, Nepal, and Bhutan are now in better economic position than Sri Lanka. In the past, Singaporeans came to Sri Lanka for shopping, but today Singapore has achieved a competitive economic development. There are several main ways in which Sri Lanka earns foreign exchange. Among them, the export of crops such as tea, coconut, and rubber is a major one. There is a huge demand in the foreign market for high quality Sri Lankan tea leaves. The garment industry is another major source of foreign exchange for Sri Lanka. At present, Sri Lanka also exports garment products to world leading countries such as USA, UK, and Italy. Another major factor supporting the Sri Lankan economy is the tourism industry, which received approximately 700,000 tourists a year. However, due to the spread of the COVID-19 virus around the world, Sri Lankan tourism industry has suffered a major setback. The country has not been open to foreign tourists from nearly a year, which has had a major impact on the Sri Lankan economy. However, at present, the government is trying to bring the country back to normality by opening all industries step by step. But it seems that it will take a long time for Sri Lanka to achieve a developed economy. Thank you.
Okay, Vita, welcome today. And Chamatla, now you can talk about what you like.
Hi everyone. So good evening everyone. Today I came to here talk about the cancer. Cancer might just be one of the most feared and the deadly disease. Globally, cancer is responsible for death of nearly 9.5 million of the people in 2018. It is the second leading cause of the death per World Health Organization. As per studies, in India, we see 1,300 deaths due to the cancer every day. These statistics are truly astounding and scary. In the recent few decades, the number of the cancers has been increasingly on rise. So let us take a look at the meaning and the case of the and type of the cancers. Cancer come in many forms and types. Cancer is the collective name given to the disease where certain cells of the person's body start dividing into continuously, refers to stop. These extra cells from when we none are needed, they are spread into the surrounding tissues and can even from malign tumors. Cells make break away from just tumors and go and from the tumors in the other places of the patient's body. As we know, cancer can actually affect any part of organ of the human body. We all have come across various type of cancers, lung, blood, pancreas, stomach, skin, and so many others. Biologically, however, cancer can be divided into 5 types of, especially canio, sarcoma, and melanoma, lymphoma, and the leukemia. Among these, sarcoma are the main Dion's type. These cancers originated organs or glands such as lung, stomach, pancreas, and breast, etc. Leukemia is the cancer of blood and it does not from any tumor. Sarcoma start in the muscles, bones, tissues, or other connective tissues of the body. Lymphoma are the cancers of the white blood cells and the leukomas. And finally, melanoma is when cancer arises in the pigment of the skin. In the most cases, we can never attribute the case of any cancers to one single factor. The main thing that causes cancer is substance we know as carcinogens, but how these develop or enters the person's body will depend on many factors. We can divide the main factors into the following type: biological factor, physical factor, and the life-related factors. In most cases, we can but lifestyle related factors. Biological factors involve internal factors such as age, gender, genes, hereditary factors, and the blood type and the skin type also. Physical factor referring environment exposed and any, say the X-rays, gamma rays, and etc. And finally, lifestyle related to factors refer to substances that introduce into our body. These include tobacco, UV radiation, alcohol, smoke, and etc. Next, in this cancer, let's learn about how we can treat the cancer. Early diagnosis and the immediate medical career in cancer are the utmost importance. When the diagnosis in the earliest stages, the treatment become easier and has more chances of success. The three most common treatment plan are either surgery, radiation therapy, and the chemotherapy. If there is a being in the tumor, the surgery is performed to remove the mass from the body, and hence removing the cancer from the body. Radiation therapy we can use. We use radiation therapy especially target and kill the cancer cells. Chemotherapy is similar, where we inject and the patient with drugs that target and kill the cancer cells. All treatment plans, however, have various side effects, and the aftercare is one of the most important aspects of the cancer treatment. I hope you will get some knowledge of that. Thank you for giving this chance.
Samantha, it was very informative, very nice. Actually, I must appreciate your efforts in a health manner. That is very informative. Yes, others too, you can talk about anything you like once you are ready. And Tarandu, you can talk about something else again for your second time. That's okay. Any number of times are given until 11. Today anyway we have a limited, very few students here because I had to change the timetable today from 9 to 11 instead of 8 to 10 because of my busy schedule, old schedule. So I think because of the less number, you can have a number of chances and talk about anything you like. That's on one hand is good for you. Okay. Once you're ready, let me know. Okay, Lakman, you can start.
Thank you, sir. And good evening, everyone. So today I'm ready to talking about something related with quantum science. That's mean paradox and time traveling. So you know that I talked before about quantum physics. So today I'm thought to talk about this topic because it's so interesting. So time travel has been one of the most controversial topic for century. We have seen this time travel concept depicted in hundred of movies from Back to the Future to Interstellar, but it is realistic or more for fantasy. Scientists have indeed found a way to time travel. The concept of time travel was first started by Albert Einstein during the 20th century. He started that no object is in absolute rest or is in absolute motion, which means that every object on this planet moves relative to another object. What if I tell you that even if we sit down or stand, you are still in motion because you have your food on Earth, and this planet is in constant motion, and further the galaxy is in constant motion. Thus, no object ever is in absolute motion or rest. Einstein explained this with the theory of relativity. He believed that time passed at a different rate for people who are moving relative to one another, although the difference only becomes large when you get close to the speed of light, this is where the things get more interesting. If somebody travel at the speed of light in space and come back to the Earth, probably means years would have been passed here on Earth, whereas the time spent by the traveler would have been only few years. This is called as the time dilation. So let's see what is the time dilation. Exactly, on evening in the spring of 1905, Albert Einstein, a patterned clock, after trotting out his day's work, decided to board a tram car on his way to home. Einstein often wrap up his work as soon as possible to contemplate the truth of the universe in his free time. So while receding away from the Cyclops clock tower, Einstein imagined that would happen in that tram car where the receding at the speed of light. He realized that if he were to travel at 186,000 miles per second, the clock hand would appear to completely freeze. At the same time, Einstein knew that back at the clock tower, the hand would trick along at their normal pace. For Einstein, time had slowed down. This thought blew his mind. So he concluded that the faster you move throughout the space, the slower you move throughout time. It is possible. Einstein's work as a heavily influenced by the two of the most iconic physicists of all time, Isaac Newton and James Clerk Maxwell. First, there were the law of motion discovered by Isaac, and second, there were a law of electromagnetism laid down by Maxwell. Once Newton compared and explained these laws of motion with train travel, so this concept also true for the velocity of Earth, the Sun, and the entire Milky Way galaxy. On the other hand, Maxwell found that the speed of an electromagnetic wave such as a light is fixed at an exorbitant 299,792,458 meters per second, regardless of who observes it. However, Maxwell motion seems incompatible with Newton's notion of relative velocities. If Newton are truly universal, why should the speed of the light be an exception? Einstein was shocked with a daunting dilemma because of these two laws. So he did a brilliant thought experiment. Actually, I'd like to explain that, but with my lack of knowledge and with my current language knowledge, I can't explain that better. But if you're interested, you can refer YouTube and Google. Just type time dilation, then you can see that experiment he did in with a railway station. So after experiment, Einstein had to make a difficult choice. Either Newton's law were incomplete, or the speed of light was not a universal constant. Einstein realized that the two motions could coexist. A small tweak in Newton's law to get right the discrepancy in the measurement. Einstein suggests the time for the man on that train. Don't confuse. This train was the one he used for his experiment. He used railway station for this. I mentioned it before. Must slow down. Compensated for the decrease in speed such that the magnitude remains constant. So he called this as a time dilation, and his newfound theory is special relativity. In special relativity, there are many mysterious methodology. So Einstein used these two main ways to explain that. First one is time dilation and second one is length contraction. So after this, let's talk about what the length contraction. Length contraction means the relativistics phenomenon where the length of a moving object is measured to be shorter than in its rest frame. It's caused only in the direction of motion and is affected insignificant only when the object is moving at the speed of light. That's a mean. Just imagine there are two objects. One object starts to travel from left to right to one direction. In that same time, second object come to that track, and in this time, when the second object travel at a very high speed relative to the first object, so the length of that moving object decrease to that direction of travel. We can't measure or see this unbelievable, mysterious situation. These two phenomena can be used for time traveling. So let's see how this works to time travel. Once Newton said this universe works according to one clock, but the way of time behave in different part of the universe is different. Time doesn't flow in the same way everywhere in the universe. This happens because of gravity and relative speed. We can use these two things to travel to the future. Remember, only for the future. So let's see if it's true. If it's true, because there are some people who set records and travel to the future. For your knowledge, I'd like to introduce Mr. Sergei Krikalev. He's the Russian man, and he has traveled 0.02 seconds to the future. He set another record. He lived relativity 18 days, 9 hours, 24 minutes outside of the Earth, and he orbits the Earth faster than we can. To clear this point, to clear this time travel, I like to use this example. I think you know the highest gravitational effect in the universe is near the black hole. If you want to go to trip to near that black hole, and after 1 year, you came back to the Earth. Even you came back to the Earth after 1 year, according to Earth, you have spent 2 years there. That's mean, according to you, have made time travel to the future in a year, in a 1 year. And other way is if you can match or gain the speed of light, then you can travel to the future too. This is the method actually Mr. Sergei Krikalev used. Now let's see how to travel to the past. a result occurs for a reason, we call this a causality. In Sinhala, we call this as a hetupalawadya. I am saying this because I'm not sure about what the English word for that. By the way, this is a common truth for everyone and everything. Thus, if we go back in the time and change what happened at that time, it will affect the future because the present is shaped by what happened in the past. So, changing past causes various complications for our existence as well as the universe. Such a problematic situation or the universe are called as causal loops or paradox. So if we change our past, we have to face causal loops or paradox. There are many famous paradoxes of backward time travel. First one is grandfather paradox. It is a potential logical problem that would arise if a person were to travel to a past time. The name comes from the idea that is a person travel to a time before their grandfather had children and killed him. It would make their own birth impossible. That means if you travel to backward in time and if you kill your grandfather, then you are not born in this world. That method is just like suicide. For understand this paradox, you can watch these movies: Time Crimes, Grandfather Paradox, Looper, and Primer. So second paradox is bootstrap paradox. Actually, I'm sorry, I can't explain that because that paradox is a very confusing. But better if you can go and refer video Katha page, because that page explains many scientific things, including this paradox in Sinhala language. And also you can use these movies to get some idea, knowledge about this paradox. Somewhere in Time, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Terminator movies. So third paradox is predestination paradox. This refers to a phenomenon in which a person traveling back in time becomes past events, and many even have caused the initial event that caused that person to travel back in time in the first place. In this paradox of time travel, history is presented as being unalterable, with an attempt to change past event being fulfilled. So there are many paradoxes in this world without this, like Russian paradox, Philip-Knoxian paradox, just like that. So finally, I want to say some scientists have different opinion, different views on this paradox, because some scientists say even we travel to the future, it's not good for travel. Even we travel to the future, it's not good to travel to backwards in time, because we believe that there are some parallel worlds in this world. So even if we travel to backwards, maybe we fall into that parallel worlds. Then you just change that parallel world situation only, not your own past. So it will be case to some something mysterious thing in future. So it's not good to travel backwards, but scientists say it's okay if you want to travel to future. And there are some certified method and certified scientific thing to travel to future. So I have many thing to say and share with you. This is enough for today, and I hope you have learned something interesting, something important from this. And if you're a student who learn bio stream, you have this topic in your physics syllabus. I think in Sinhala.
Also for mathematics, also for those who are doing maths, they too have to do physics, and those theories are there somewhat.
Yeah. So who doing that bio stream, they can found this topic with Janaka Vidyava. I don't know what the English word to that. So in the stream, they can found that topic and more knowledge about entropy. So thank you for giving me this chance, sir, and thanks again. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Lakshmi, for a few things that you talk about, I can give a small idea what I believe. Okay, because I have done A-levels in mathematics, and later I did a diploma in civil engineering and a diploma in quantity surveying and diploma in IT. And I had a great love about science, though I'm a science not a science teacher now, and I'm an English teacher. So I haven't referred to those theories for a long time. But anyway, about the time travel and the scenarios that you talk about, if I say my idea and ideas that I have referred to, it's like this, Buddha. You know, that time traveling, you know, the matter is that usually the light travels about 299,000. That means in lakhs, 299 lakhs, and some numbers like 239 or something like that. That means a very long distance per second. So put that into minute, you have to multiply it by 60, and to put into hour, you have to multiply back into 60, and to put it back to 1 day, you have to multiply it by 24, and to put it back to a year, if you want to put it to a year, you have to multiply it by 365 or 366 according to the year, if there is a leap year or not. So you can understand the math like this. Okay, that is the. Anyway, let's forget about that scenario. Let's see, like, 299 329 or something like that. 273 299. I can't remember.
999, but in first numbers are 273.
Yeah,
That's
so whatever, I
all
can't remember. Kilometers. Yeah, per second. Per second. That means not easy. So if you want to beat the time, that means you have to travel faster than this, which is impossible for the moment. Yeah, due to some reasons, like when you travel with this speed, your mass will be increased, and you will expose to the air, and your heat will be increased, and then you will burn and expose. You understand what I mean? So this is impossible at the moment. Okay, impossible at the moment. But if you can travel faster than this, that means you beat the time. It doesn't mean the time doesn't go for you. Time goes for you, but very slowly. Like you travel with this speed 2 days, let's see, like you said, but the whole world could have gone millions of years maybe. And when you come back with that speed, once traveled, the earth couldn't be even here sometimes. Okay, could be even destroyed sometimes. So like that. But about the paradox that going.
That subject little bit confused, sir. So that's why I understand what the seriously going with that topic.
Yeah, I can explain like this, Buddha. It's like this, okay? When you travel with this time, that means time's speed is equal to light's speed. So it means you are traveling with the time's speed, which means when you go faster than the light speed, that means you go faster than the time. You understand what I mean? When you go faster than the light speed, that means you are going faster than the time. So it's like this. You go faster than this speed, and that means you go faster than time means when you go 1 hour with, let's see, twice than this, okay, twice, let's see, then that means when the world has gone for 2 days, it's for you only 1 day, maybe more than, less than that. You understand? No, it's like this. You are not aging, that's all. Like you have gone,
but
like
we think that time travel means more than something that.
Yeah, that is because, Buddha, in Sri Lanka, I see something really wrong. Even science teachers believe the non-scientific theories, and that's called para-sciences. There are two sciences, scientific sciences and para-sciences. Para-sciences mean the theories that we cannot experiment, that we cannot ever prove them by projecting sort of conclusions and the scenarios, and you can't test them and you can't experiment them, you can't see whether they are true or false. So those are called parasciences. According to parasciences in Sri Lanka, that people believe with the experts and everything is there. I don't say they are wrong, it's still they are parasciences because they can't be experimented. For example, if you say there is God somewhere, actually we can't say God is there or not, because through any methods of science you can't see God. You can say I'm a God, you can say you are a God. I can't prove that it's not, because you are saying you are a God, but no proof. So I can't say with this wrong or correct. Then that is a parascience.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is about something very difficult to understand for some people. But anyway, I'll help you like this. Going back to past is something that we cannot believe in science, because there is a theory that is still considered parascience, and the parallel words are also considered parascience because true, and we cannot say there isn't anywhere. We cannot say there isn't, because
even it's not true that traveling backward.
Yeah, because just because you can't see anything, you can't say it's not there. Okay, because we are humans. Humans see a way, humans and animals see a different way, because that is totally different to Earth, the animals on Earth. But some animals even cannot be like us. Even we cannot say animals to them. Maybe they are stones, maybe they are nothing. Maybe we can't see them. Maybe they don't have brains. We don't know what they are. Let's see, somewhere in another star there is a planet like Earth or something else, and there is life. Let's see, even maybe they don't need air to breathe, and maybe they don't breathe. How can you exactly say that all the living beings in this universe should breathe just because we breathe? We breathe oxygen, or maybe they don't breathe, they don't have any methods like this, like that. Okay, so that parts are, those things are very complex, and but anyway very interesting to read and understand. Unfortunately, I'm being English teacher, I have a lack of time now with those theories to be to go through, unfortunately. But I love them. And about going back to past, for now there is no proof that you can believe that we can go back into past. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the thing is that if you go back into past and change it, you know, the chaos, that's called a chaos, a big chaos may happen. Consider about the theory of chaos. Probably you don't know this theory. This is the theory about you and me, everyone that has to go through. Chaos is like this. Okay, from a small variation that you do is in something, a big change can happen. For example, you just take a small piece of paper and you feel hot and you wind it. Okay, you just take it and you create a wind there. This small wind can turn into a big storm and affect even America. You know that? Yeah, that is the reality in science. We don't know what can happen then. It's like that, just like that. In life too, a small variation in your life can change into a big thing. You can apply the theory of chaos into everything. Okay, like this. Now you can understand this thing like me. Probably you wanted to be a doctor. Probably you wanted to be a lawyer. I don't know what. But because of all your results, maybe your A-level target could have been changed.
Yeah.
Then because of A-level results, your future targets will be changed, could have been changed. Like that, small change of plans, small change of results, small change in your life can change everything in your life later.
Yeah.
That is the chaos theory. So there are so many theories in here, and I love that you love these. You know, when someone loves these theories, I'm amazed. I'm really happy to see, because you know many people don't know even what
That's so
they are.
interesting to learn.
Wow, fantastic. They can change our life. They can change us. Unfortunately, the most people can't understand them, so they don't refer to. And they love the parasciences instead, because parasciences are easy, no? They can live in a dream world. considering these things are there. You know, do you believe a boy who is 25 years old said me that there are angels, okay, and there are mermaids. I don't know. I had no words.
I think he's living in night and also in morning.
Okay, and he said he has seen it with his own eyes, sort of angels one day, and surely he is totally psychologically unstable. That's called. Okay, when you strongly believe about something, your psychological backgrounds are different, then you totally get upset, and you totally get sort of psycho issues, and you start to see unnecessary things, like you may see God, you may hear God. That's a sort of a psychological issue. Okay, that's called psychological disorders, and that can turn into a psycho issue too. So he must see a doctor. But if I advise him to see a doctor, he thinks that I will be that I am saying he's crazy and he will be upset with me. So I didn't say anything. Even he believes that angels are there. He has seen it with his own eyes. And you know, you believe that? Can you believe that? And he says there are dragons in Red Sea. I don't know. I cannot have any word to tell about that or talk about that. Even that he believes dragons are in Red Sea. These are childish small stories that we have heard sometimes in other cultures and other countries. And we have seen these things through films. Even he doesn't know that these films are really done through sort of a software, so Photoshop, now through 3D animations and these things, and you know, the green background, those things. He doesn't know anything. Or maybe he strongly believes parasciences. I don't know what. So anyway, if you love to report this, I think it's better to read lots of books. There are so many books, but meanwhile, not interfering your future targets, because so far in Sri Lanka, you can't find any job by referring this, because Sri Lanka's system that we call the system is totally based on parasciences. And
Yes, sir.
yeah, once you love this,
I tried to present this in before, but with time and I haven't any time to set this all information to one. That's why I'm little bit late to present this, because I hope to after present content science, I hope to present this topic to everyone. So finally I get a chance. I got a chance and I'm happy about that. And I'm a huge fan for this industry, because there are a lot of interesting things to study and to learn, and some things related with Buddha's philosophy. That's why I really like. This is a great chance to me, sir.
Yeah, and Lakmini, may I add something to this? That the Buddha's philosophy, about the Buddha's philosophy, most people don't understand that. They think going to temple, worshipping the Buddha, keeping some flowers, murmuring those slokas or the gathas, the hymns, and they think now they are Buddhists. Actually, that's not Buddhism. Okay. Oh my goodness, if they understand ever this Buddhism, they will understand how crazy they are. They are even doing those what call the processions that we call perharas and all those things, and they think then they have done sort of a good deeds. That is actually not a good deed whatsoever. I can't explain this all, because then people will consider me as a crazy person. You know that.
Yes,
So,
sir. When we come to science, I can realize that everything discovered by Buddhas. When we read some Buddha's book, when we can see that topics in that book.
many theories.
That science topic.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, anyway, I'm happy about you, Lakmini, and I encourage you to read more and more without interfering your future targets. Okay, your studies, future targets are more important, because you live in Sri Lanka, not anywhere else. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, with that, welcome. And Chamadna, you can have your chance and talk about it if you like. Freely. Sure.
Hi everyone. Today I came to here talk about the deforestation. Deforestation is the cutting down of the trees in the forest in a large number. Deforestation has always been a threat to our environment, but still many humans are not considering this ill practice. Moreover, deforestation is causing ecological imbalance, yet some selfish people have to fill their pockets. Therefore, they do not even think about it once. So the government is trying to continue countermeasure to avoid the harm to the environment. The sorry, the main purpose of deforestation is to increase the land area. Also, this land area is to set up with new industries, and this also because of the increasing in population. As the population increased, the demand of the product also increased. So rich businessmen set up this industry to increase the profit. There are many harmful effects of the deforestation. Some of them are below. Soil erosion. Soil erosion is the elimination of the upper layer of the soil. It takes place when there is removing of the trees that blind the soil. As a result, wind and water carries away top layer of the soil. Moreover, disaster like landslides take part because of this. Furthermore, soil erosion responsible for various floods. As a result, as trees are present to stop water to heavy rainfall gusts directly to the plains. This results in damaging to colonies where the peoples are living. Next one is global warming. Global warming is the main case of change in our environment. These seasons are now getting delayed. Moreover, there is an imbalance of their ratio. The temperature are reaching an extreme points. This year it was 50 degrees in these plains, which is the most of all, and furthermore, the glaciers in the Himalayan range are melting. As a result, floods are affecting the hilly region of our country and the people living there. Moreover, the ratio of the water suitable for drinking is also decreasing. Impact on water cycle since through the transpiration trees release soil water into the environment, and thus cutting of them is decreasing the rate of the water in atmosphere. So clouds are not getting formed. As a result, the agriculture's grounds are not receiving proper rainfall. Therefore, it is indirectly affecting the humans only. A great threat to wildlife. Deforestation is the affecting the wildlife as well. Many animals like doggo, scabbard-toothed cat, Tasmanian tiger are already extinct. Furthermore, some animals are on the verge of extinction. That because they have lost habitat or their place of living. This is the one of the major issues for wildlife protectors. Deforestation can be avoided by various continuation. First of all, we should first afforestation, which is growing of trees in the forest. This would be help to resolve the loss of the trees cut down. Moreover, the use of plant-based products should increase. This would force different industries to grow more trees. As a result, the environment will also get a benefit in their houses. This will help the environment to regain the ability to at last. The government should take a strict action against the people, especially those who are illegally cutting down the trees. Um, Thank you for your attention and have a good night.
Abdullah, have a good night, and it was very informative. Fantastic. Okay, when any of you are ready, you can let me know and talk about anything you like. As I'm doing the class today from home, you can hear that my dog is crying in there because it's a really fierce dog and always troubles me. So don't mind for that. And you can talk about anything once you're ready. Others. It hates cats, it hates all the animals, it hates people, and so once it hears animals voices, people voices, it wants to go and bite. So that's why he's barking every time. So that's the usual way of it. Yes, okay, let me know, hurry up everyone. And Lakmini, I sent you two important theories. That is, one is chaos theory, the other is Dr. Parkinson's time theories. So they will be important for your life when you go through. Okay, others, hurry up. Let's talk about something. Even a small speech, small one, a small conversation, whatever, doesn't matter. Huh? You just can speak about anything. You can read through, take a paragraph and read through, or maybe you can read something and by heart you can tell it, or you can compose something and read, whatever you like. Doesn't matter. Even small one is better. That is called a challenge. The life is full of challenges. You have to go through. You have to face these challenges. Unless you can't improve anything. Unless you can't improve your life at least, any condition in your life without taking a challenge. So hurry up. I don't think I have to tell this thing in Sinhala, but anyway, if anyone needs me to speak in Sinhala and tell this, life එකන පුදේ challenges page එක simply ගත්තම කොච්චර කතා කරත් අනිවාර්යෙන් හැම දෙයක්ම challenge එකක්. Consider කරලා බලන්න මේ simple things උදේ නැගිට වෙලා ඉඳලා නිදා ගන්නකම් everything is challenge. ඔය challenge එක win කරන්න පුළුවන් few people විතරයි මේ ලෝකේ ඉන්නේ. හැමෝටම බෑ. ඒකයි බහුතරයක් මිනිස්සු අසාර්ථක වෙන්නේ. හරි? English speaking කියන එක ගත්තත් එහෙමයි. Knowledge එක improve කරන එක, qualification එකක් හදා ගන්න එක, life එකේ standards හදා ගන්න එක, business එකක් කරන ඒක සාර්ථක කරගන්න එක මේ හැමදේම challenge එකක්. හරි? ඒ challenges අරගෙන ඒක ඉස්සරහට යන්න පුළුවන් අය මේකත් එක fight එකක් දෙන්න පුළුවන් අය very few. Only those will be successful. ඒ challenge එක දෙන අය විතරයි සාර්ථක වෙන්නේ. English උනත් එහෙමයි ඕනතරම් අපේ spoken English class වලට එනවා. මගේ විතරක් නෙමෙයි සීලම ගුරුතුමෝ යනවා. ඒගොල්ලෝ බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා මැජික් එකක් ඇති කරලා ස්පෝකන් ඉංග්‍රීසි වල. ඒ මැජික් එක හොයාගෙන යනවා. එක සර් කෙනෙක්ගෙන් තව එක සර් කෙනෙක්ට මූව් වෙනවා. මැජික් එක හම්බෙන්නේ නැතුව අන්තිම දවසක නවත්තන ඉංග්‍රීසි. ලොකු වේදමක් දාලා හැමදැනටම මේ මැජික් එක හම්බෙන්නේ නැහැ. මොකද මැජික් එක සර් ගාව නෙමෙයි තමන් ගාව තියෙන්නේ. We can give theories, hundreds or thousands or millions of theories. Patterns, grammar, anything, vocab, everything. මේ වචන කතා කරන patterns, important points, මේ වගේ තියෙන එදිනදා daily usage එකට ගන්න දේවල් anything we can give, but you have to practice. ඒක දාලා practice එකට ඔයගොල්ලෝ ගන්න වෙනවා. In this context මේ යන context එකේදී මේ system එකේදී especially when we are doing online classes, you are not close to me, you are so far somewhere, I don't know where even. Okay, so otherwise if you come to the physical class, I know how to make you speak, but this is not. Oh, it's okay with that. Chapman, that really is okay that you are suffering from some sort of a cold or cough or whatever, some conditions, and that even then you are attending the class and doing something like this, that's better. That is appreciable. I'm talking about the others too, especially today. මතක තියාගන්න මේ මට ඕන තරම් theories දෙන්න පුළුවන්. මේ තියෙන patterns නෙවෙයි මට ඕන තරම් patterns දෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඕන තරම් දේවල් කරන්න පුළුවන්. But anyway, තමන් මහන්සි වුණ නැත්නම් තමන් පාඩම් කරේ නැත්නම් තමන් රෙඩි වුණ නැත්නම් you can't speak English. ඒක තමයි ඇත්ත. දැන් physical class එකේ වුණාම මම ඔය 2 hours ඇතුළත කතා කරවල යවන්නේ. online class එකේදී ඔයගොල්ලෝ මගෙන් ෆා. එතකොට ඔයගොල්ලන්ට පුළුවන් silent, be silent. To be silent is your right. නියඩ වෙන්න ඔයාට අයිතියක් තියෙනවා. හරිද? හැබැයි online class එකේ physical class පටන් ගත්තම මම දවසට challenge එකක් දෙනවා. ඒක dialogue එකක් හදන්න, මගේ mistakes බලලා දෙනවා. පොඩි speech එකක් ready වෙන්න මම ඒකේ mistakes හදලා දෙනවා. මම ඔයගොල්ලෝ speak කරවනවා. මම 3 months ඇතුළත සියලුම වගේ ළමයිව attend වෙන කැමැත්තෙන් එන අය හැමෝම කතා කරවල තමයි යවන්නේ. හරි. බලහත්කාරයෙන් මේ 100ක් මන්නයක් අඩුවක් ගෙනහලා කතා කරනවා නෙමෙයි. ඔයගොල්ලෝ මාත් එක්ක willingly කියනකොට වැඩ කරනවා. ඒක motivation එක තියෙනවා මං ගාව. I can do so. I am for sure I can do so. but ඒක sure. හැබැයි මට online එකේදී ටිකක් අමාරුයි. I don't see you. You are not close to me. You don't see me. Sometimes you will see because when I have turned on the camera, but today not, because my, like I said, my dog is here. That really is a troublesome one. It loves me and Kanchanam is only. It doesn't like others, doesn't like means, you know, it hates others. So every time comes and troubles me. So anyway, හැමතිස්සෙම chance එකක් ගන්න බලන්න. අර opportunities කියලා වර්ගයක් ඉන්නේ අවස්ථාවාදී කියලා. ඒක සාමාන්‍යයෙන් වෙන කිසිම දෙයකට හොඳ නැහැ. හැබැයි ක්ලාස් එකේදී මට වටිනවා. opportunities කියන අවස්ථාවාදී ඉන්නේ. ඒගොල්ලෝ වෙන කිසිම දෙයකට හොඳ නැහැ. සමාජයේ opportunities ලා කියන්නේ හරි පහත් කොටස්. හැබැයි English class එකේදී මම හිතනවා you have to be, you must be an opportunities. අනිත් අය අවස්ථාව ගන්න නැත්නම් ඒ අවස්ථාවත් ඔයගොල්ලෝ නම් practice වෙන්න. ඒකෙදී ඒගොල්ලෝ කැමැත්තක් අවස්ථාව නොගන්න එක. Okay, I have given the chance. Okay, Lakshmi, you can talk about anything.
Thank you, sir. And I'm going to talking about Buddhism and science can what they can do. So I'm copy some information throughout Google and add some opinions of mine. So here I'm going. These are trying times. A global recession sparked by the coronavirus pandemic and whispered civil unrest have created a combustible mix of angst. So I have problem with ANGST word. I don't know how to pronounce that. ANGST.
Give me a second. I want to, let's see, ANGST. ANGST, angst.
Angst. Thank you, sir. Combustible mixture of angst stresses that heighten the risk of long-term health loss. The Centers of Diseases Control and Preventing recently issued guidelines to cope with this anxiety. Among them is meditation. Buddhists have been familiar with this strategy for thousands of years, and as the GDC example shows, scientists increasingly believe they can learn from Buddhism. Momentum of dialogue between Buddhism and science comes from the top. When Tenzin Gyatso, now receiving as the fourth Dalai Lama, was a child in rural Tibet. He saw the moon through a telescope and marveled at its craters and mountains. His tutor told him that, according to Buddhist texts, the moon emitted its own light. But Gyatso had his doubt. He discovered with Galileo 400 years earlier, and he became convinced that dogma should bend to observation. As the Dalai Lama, Gyatso has engaged in dialogue with scientists ever since. If science proves some belief of Buddhism wrong, then Buddhism will have to change, he said. These are striking words from the leader of a major world religion. Most Americans believe science and religion clash, but Buddhists accept evolution as the source of human origins more than any other religion group. As a professor of astronomy who has been teaching Tibetan monks and nuns for over a decade, I found them to be highly respected to science as a way of understanding the natural world. The program I teach started in response to the Dalai Lama's desire to inject science into the training of Buddhist monastics. In our Spartan classroom, the windows are open to catch a breeze in the monsoon heat, and monkeys chatters in the pine tree outside. We talk cosmology. The monks and nuns. I have another word, sir. EAGERLY. Hello, sir.
Yeah, this one.
EAGERLY.
Eagerly. That means you are very interested in something. Eagerly means like very interested, very like you like it very much. Eagerly.
Oh. The monks and nuns eagerly absorb the latest research I present, dark energy, the multiverse, the Big Bang as a quantum event. Their questions are simply but profound. They approach learning with joy and humility. Outside class, I see them applying critical thinking to decision in their daily lives. Yes, the Buddhist monastic tradition has been rebooted with a dust of 21st century science. But how has Buddhism influenced science? That's all, sir. Thank you.
Subhida, excellent, very good. Okay. Yes, someone else. If you want, you can have a chance and speak about anything you like, or present your logics, points, theories, whatever, or a small conversation. It doesn't matter whatever it is. Yes, others, I'll give you another chance. Hurry up. Message. Sure, Jamanda, you can start. Jamanda,
Hi everyone. Today I came to here to talk about the science. As we look back in our ancient times, we see so much development in our world. The world is full with gadgets and the machinery. Machinery does everything in our surrounding. How did it get possible? How did we become so modern? It was all possible with the help of the science. Science has played a major role in the development of our society. Furthermore, science has made our life easier and carefree. As I have mentioned earlier, science has got many changes in our life. First of all, transportation is easier now. With the help of science, it is now easy to travel a long distances. Moreover, the time of traveling is also reduced. Various high-speed vehicles are available in these days. These vehicles have totally changed the face of our society. Science upgrade the steam engine to electric engine. In earlier time, people were traveling with cycles, but now everybody travel on motorcycles and the car. This saves time and effort, and this is all possible with the help of the science. Secondly, science made us a reach to the moon, but we never stopped there. It also gave us a balance at the Mars. This is the one of the greatest achievements. This was only possible with the science. These days, scientists make many satellites, but because of which we are using the high-speed internet, these satellites revolve around the Earth every day and the night, even without making us aware of it. Science is backbone of our society. Science gave us so much in our present time. Due to this, the teachers in our schools teach science from an early age. In class 1 only a student has a science as a subject. This only tells us about the importance of the science. Science taught us about our solar system. The solar system consists of 8 planets and the sun. The most noteworthy was that it also tells us about the origin of our planet. Above all, we cannot deny that science helps us in shaping our future. But not only it tells us about our future, but it also tells us about our past. When the student reach class 6, science get divided into 3 more class. In our country, class 10, divided into 3 more categories. These subcategories were physics, chemistry, and the biology. First of all, physics taught us about the machines. Physics is an interesting subject. It is a logical subject. Furthermore, the second subject was chemistry. Chemistry is the subject that deals with an elements found inside the earth. Even the more it helped to making various products like medicines and the cosmetics, etc., result in human benefits. Last but not least, the subject of biology. Biology is the subject that teaches about our human body. It tells us about its various parts. Furthermore, it even teach the students about the cells. Cells are present in human blood. Science is so advanced that did let us know even about that. Finally, many scientists like Thomas Edison, Isaac Newton were born in this world. They have done a great invention. Thomas Edison invented the light bulb. If he did not invent that, we should stay in the dark. Because of this, Thomas Edison's name marked in the history. In India, scientist APJ Abdul was there. He contributed much towards our space researchers and the defense forces. He made many advanced missiles. These scientists did great work and we will always remember them. Thank you for your attention. Thank you, sir.
Abhida, Shamatna, welcome. And I have a small suggestion for all of you, as I feel most of you are interested in science. So these days, not these days, I think now for about 3 years, I have been studying about something that is called end of aging. That's end aging or end of aging or life extension. This is just a website that they are promoting some products and they sell them, but not that. But if you read through this Wikipedia article, life extension, and there can be so many other articles on that, and some other Facebook links and scenarios like that. But this one will be very important than all other things. That's from Wikipedia and engaging, and there are so many books and engaging articles on the internet and also on Facebook too. Engaging pages there that I'm also in it. Mostly there are scientists, not those the usual people. Let's see, like let's see, I'll show you that too. This group, and there are some other groups too related to this one. Chamada, you want to be doctor? Very nice, huh? Appreciate. I'm also a member of this one. There are 6.5K members. Mostly there are scientists, doctors, and researchers, and those who love this scenario about engaging. The ultimate target of these group members is to engage in, and you can't engage in, but you can like extend your life so that you can live more than 100 years. So there are so many scientists, researchers, and most of them think that I'm also a researcher. Actually, I love science. I do small scenarios and those things, but not that much because of the lack of time. But anyway, I love this. So I request you to refer to these, and you can talk and you can add something to your life too, about the life extension and this end aging. What they are trying to do is, biologically you are actually programmed to live maximally 125 years. Maximally 125 years if you take the correct, the good nutritious food, and do exercises and be healthy, do all the precautionary, take all the precautionary steps and actions, and be away, prevent from unnecessary things for your life. So then you can live maximally 125 years. But actually that is impossible for many people. They don't have balanced diets, and they don't care about the food they eat, and they don't exercise, and due to lots of other reasons they don't live this maximum life span. So they will die like 50, 60, 70 or 80 or maybe like that, something like that. Okay, so then what ultimately happens to us, you and I, that is, my mother's and father's average life span will be mine too. Average, like my mother dies at 60, let's see, and my father dies at 70, let's see, naturally, naturally, without any other heart attacks or anything, natural life. Okay, then mine will be 65 years average of theirs. I can beat this one. I can beat this one still by exercising, taking good food, nutritious food, and controlling other unnecessary foods and sugar and fats and things like that, so that you can extend your life more than 65. But actually you are programmed to live the average of your parents, but you can beat it if you exercise and take correct food. Okay, so this is the usual way that you can have your life span, okay, that you can live. So to beat this, that means the natural one, that means 125 maximum lifespan, many people are researching. Now they have done sort of a, there are so many experiments, there are so many methods for this. The one that I like most is gene folding or gene editing from this one, they are planning to edit or fold the gene to think that there's a gene in our brain, in our head, that gene programs our life span. If take into consideration the facts I said, that your healthy food and the things your mother's and father's life span and everything, it decides you are to die naturally at this age. You can die before that if you suicide, if you do not take good food, if you do not exercise, if you get all fat and sugar things, and because of some other reasons, you by accident or something like that, you can die before your average lifespan. But that gene is the one decides that when you die naturally, at what age you will die naturally, if nothing else happens. Okay, so what they are going to do is to fool this gene to think that you can live about 300 years or maybe more than it, so that the gene plans your life to be 300 years, and your then you will be actually regrowing until 150 or 200 years like a young person. You will be like a young person up to 150 or 200 years. Okay, then you will start to decay. The decaying means you are going to be old. Then they are going to beat this one and make you to live 500 years or more than it, and that's their target. Actually, if you think this impossible, by this methodology, that gene pooling and gene editing, they have been successful to make a fly to live twice or 3 times of its lifespan. Do you believe that? Let's see. Flight lives only 2 or 3 days. Let's see. Because of this one, now you can let the fly lives, or not years but days. Extremely sorry. Okay, like this. No, twice or 3 times, or even 5 times. Like unhealthy flies live twice or thrice. Healthy ones live 4 times or 5 times. So it means because of the gene pooling and gene editing, one day now they have done experiments through small animals like I said, flies and small insects and like that. One day they are going to develop this gene pooling, gene editing methodology to be applied to humans in about 25 to 30 years. Then you can live twice if you are healthy, 5 times if you are unhealthy, twice. Between these, somewhere, you know, sort of a life span you can have. Like if you are programmed to live 60 years, then if you are unhealthy person, you can live 120 years. And if you are programmed to live 60 years, and if you are a very healthy person, you can live then like 300 years. This is possible for now, but still they are not applying these methods to humans. They are going to apply this after 25 years like that, once they are confirmed that this doesn't have any side effects for humans, because now they are experimenting through animals. They will do this one for more 20 25 years or 30 years, then they will apply this to humans. So this is what going to happen in the future. So which means if you live more 30 years or 40 years, and if you have a lot of money, then maybe you can live 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, or 5 times of your life span. Okay, probably this is new to you, and I suggest you to read through this, these articles, and to improve your brain knowledge about this. Okay, anyway, and Chamata, that you want to be a doctor is very nice, because then you can be successful in your life and do lots of changes in society and serve the country, and more than everything, yeah, Lakshmi, yes, Buddha, you can tell. You have brief idea now about this. Okay, you can read through them, you can understand a lot. And okay, someone else, Hassan, I think you are ready now, you can start with that. Hassan.
Okay, sir. I am talking about dialogue. Teacher said, where is son? Person said, sir, he is absent today. Teacher said, what is he absent? Person said, sir, he has gone to Ratnapura to attend his brother married. Teacher said, has he sent the leave letter through you? Person said, no, sir. Teacher said, then it is very bad. You must not be absent without leave letter. Person said, yes, son. Yes, sir. Teacher said, has you answered the paragraph question? Person said, yes, sir, we have. Teacher said, boys, look at this picture on the wall. Person said, who is he? Teacher said, he is Charles Darwin. Person said, sir, I know about him very well. Teacher said, this period is over, write an essay about him tomorrow. Person said, okay, goodbye, sir. Teacher said, goodbye, student. Okay, sir.
Okay, Buddha, very good. Okay, there was few mistakes, but anyway, excellent. You made this yourself, and you are trying to do something that means very nice, appreciable. And Tharandu, you mean you like to talk about FIFA World Cup? That means okay, then you can. But next chance goes to Lakshmi, then you can talk, Tharandu. If it is what you mean, then you can talk. But after Lakshmi, you can start.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to talk about power of law of attraction. Today it's a very famous topic in this society. So most of us float along with experience of life. When everything is going smoothly like we went, we are happy. If we end up in bad situation, we throw a temper tantrum and complain about how unlucky we are at life. Being the passive observers, we assume the role of victim when something happened to us that we didn't want happen. The knowledge of law of attraction help us to wake up to the fact that everything that is happening in our life is only the result of what we are constantly feeling and thinking. This fact can liberate us from the position of the passive observer to a proactive one. A person with a negative attitude towards life wakes up and sees only negative all around. He sees that bad things are happening to him and might even feels like he is a cursed. But law of attraction tells us that we can consciously choose our life experience, and by thinking and feeling positively, we can change our realities of for the better. Law of attraction works through the power of focus. As you shift your focus from negative to positive, you start to change the experience and completely change your life. You may be a person who has no idea what the law is, or you may be a person who already knows a little about how the law works, or you may be someone who has already achieved some success by implementing the law's principle in your daily life. Either way, if you haven't awakened to the full power of the law, you can start with the following practices daily. First one is virtualize your day. Wake up each day and virtualize the day you like to experience. From mental movies in your mind, and clearly picture all the good experience that you want happen to you. By consciously visualizing what you want, you shift your vibration focus from negative to the positive. When you align yourself with what you want, when you start to attract to everything you visualize. Second one is practice being positive. Eliminate negative thoughts of anxiety, worry, and fear by deliberately focusing on what you want. During the day, whenever you observe your mind drifting towards negative thoughts, immediately thinking about something that makes you feel good, or visualize the experience you want to attract. This change your focus from negative to positive. With persistent practice, this habit will become a part of your nature. Third one is don't try to figure everything out. To fully unleash the power of law of attraction, you must practice letting go. Don't try to figure everything out or do everything yourself. Only perform action that can be performed by you, and make the choices that you are required, and leave the rest up to the universe to take care for you. Just know that the loving universe is working on behalf of you, bringing you closer to the fulfillment of your desires. There is causes much more to the law of attraction than the three mentioned practices. Understand how the law of attraction working in your life, so you can deliberately attract what you want. Know that you don't have to be a passive observer, and start exercising this amazing power now. That's all, and thank you for giving me this chance, and try this I'm sure about this law of attraction because I try it every day and I do it every day. So I think if you are in a very bad situation, from this you can find you can find some solution. You can find something to escape from that bad situation, and don't think that every day is not bad, uh, because maybe today tomorrow is better than yesterday. So always think positive and always gain positive thing in this from this universe, because there are a lot of positive things in this universe, and always thank what you get from universe, because you get this oxygen free and you get many things in free from this universe. So always thank to this universe to give you that much free things to live. So with that good things, with that good qualities, with that good habits, you can make unbelievable things. Yes, sometimes you can't understand why that happened, but that's a real thing, that's happened. So always try to do that. Through that you can gain many better things. So that's all. Thank you, sir.
Agupta, welcome. Fantastic today, informative. Okay, who else? Tarandu, you can start with that.
Good evening, everyone. Today I'm going to talk about the FIFA World Cup. The FIFA World Cup, often simply called the World Cup, is an international association football competition contest by the senior men's national teams of the member of Federation International, the Football Association, the sport's global governing body. The championship has been awarded every 4 years since the inaugural tournament in 1930, except in 1942 and 1946 when it was not held because of the Second World War. The current champion is France, which won its second title at the 2018 tournament in Russia. The current format involves a qualification phase, which takes place over the preceding 3 years to determine which teams qualify for the tournament phase. In the tournament phase, 32 teams, including the automatically qualifying host nation, compete for the little at venues within the host nation over about month. The 21 World Cup tournament has been won by 8 national teams. Brazil has won 5 times, and they are the only team to have played in every tournament. The other World Cup winners are Germany and Italy, with 4 titles, as Argentina, France, and inaugural winner Uruguay with 2 titles each, and England and Spain with 1 title each. The World Cup is the most prestigious uh, Asian football tournament in the world, as well as the most widely viewed and followed sporting event in the world, exceed even the Olympic Games. The cumulative viewership of all matches of the 2006 World Cup was estimated to be 26.29 billion, with an estimate 750.1 million people watching the FIFA final match, a ninth of the entire population of the planet. 70 countries have hosted the World Cup. Brazil, France, Italy, Germany, and Mexico have each hosted twice, while Uruguay, Switzerland, Sweden, Chile, England, Argentina, Spain, the United States, Japan, and South Korea, South Africa, and Russia have each hosted once. Qatar will hosted the 2022 tournament, and 2026 will be jointly hosted by Canada, the United States, and Mexico, which will give Mexico the distinction of being the first country to host game in 3 World Cup. Thank you.
Arvida, welcome, and it was really nice to hear that you have referred this and you have knowledge on this and informative. Yes, who else wants the chance to talk about anything you like? You can have another chance then. Just let me know, hurry up. Any of you? I'll give you a little time to get ready if anyone wants another chance. Otherwise, then I'm going to stop for today. So just let me know whether you want a little time to get ready about anything, to talk about anything, and then I'll give you. Otherwise, I'm going to stop with that. Sure, Chamat, not sure I can understand it. If you have some issues, so you can, for sure. Sure, Lakshmi, you can have 5 minutes and you can talk about anything there. Okay, with Lakshmi, you can hurry up.
Thanks again, and it's a short para about gratitude. While awaking each day, express gratitude towards God for a particular delightful day. Express gratitude towards God again for all the days, difficulties that have made for you wiser and stronger. Shun gripping about a person or thing. Gratitude is a wonderful and the most excellent inclination that fortifies the human brain, science, and society. And also have a good gratitude is good for your profile, your bio. So keep up and maintain your gratitude, and being gratitude is always good for everything. That's also, thank you.
Kavita, welcome. Very nice. Yes, someone else. Do you want another chance? Or otherwise, I'm going to stop for today. Just let me know quickly. Yes. Okay, it seems I think no one needs another chance. Then, okay. Before finishing, I sent you a message asking whether it's possible for you to change the class date. Okay, so please read that. Please consider about that and let me know through WhatsApp. That's better.